Yo, you're watching a Screaming Fish here, guys, and once again, for a little while, I'm going, I started this thing, last month in December, where I review 2 MCU movies a month leading up to the release of Captain America Civil War. I am still doing that, it's just I kind of haven't really done Iron Man 2 and Thor yet, but today, I'm reviewing Iron Man 2, so today is your lucky day, and I will be doing my Thor review very soon, so don't you worry, it will be there soon. So, without further ado, let's get into my review and thoughts on Iron Man 2. So, several months after the events in the first Iron Man movie, we are introduced to a man named Ivan Vanko. Ivan's father, Anton, is slowly dying and telling Ivan his final wishes. Ivan thinks he should have the fame that Tony Stark is enjoying, but Anton tells him to ignore that garbage. All Anton can give Ivan is his knowledge. Ivan takes a blueprint and his father's name on it, and also the name of Howard Stark, Tony Stark's father. Ivan then sets about recreating the arc reactor and begins building his own weaponized suit. Meanwhile, Tony Stark has become a champion for world peace thanks to the Iron Man suit, and has practically solved the issue of world peace, or so he claims. So, as usual, let's start with our characters. We've obviously got Robert Downey Jr. returning as Tony Stark / Iron Man, who is still great as a character. He's still got the cocky naiveness about him, and once again, he still gives an all-round good performance. Gwyneth Paltrow once again returns as Pepper Potts, only this time she's even more annoying, as proven when she's literally screaming her head off. That's my tagline, by the way. When she gets attacked by Whiplash, or for no reason whatsoever, thus making the character no more likable than she already is. We've also got James Rhodes, Tony Stark's best friend, returning, but only this time played by Don Cheadle. While I don't think his performance is as good as Terrence Howard's, he still gives a solid performance, and we finally get our first appearance of War Machine in full suit, like in the comics. But I'll get to that a little bit later. We've also got Nick Fury making an appearance once again, with a little more screen time this time around than he got last time, and I do enjoy the scenes he's in, mostly because they're pretty funny. Mainly when he's mocking Tony for an event that occurs in the film, which I won't spoil just yet. So finally, Scarlett Johansson makes her debut as Black Widow in the film, and I can honestly say, well, she doesn't have a huge role in the film. She was the main highlight for me. She is perfect for the role, literally, and her performance is amazing, and it's hard to imagine anyone else playing Black Widow at this point. Not to mention, she even looks identical to the Black Widow from the comics. Well, almost identical, if you know what I mean. So now we've got our main villain, Whiplash, and unfortunately, he is my least favorite villain in the MCU so far. Yeah, sure, he's more developed than most of the villains, but he's so uninteresting. His design, I'm sorry, he just looks, he looks like crap. And his second design, which is featured in the end of the film, is basically a less buff version of the Ironmonger suit from the first movie. That's what it looked like to me. And finally, Justin Hammer, played by Sam Rockwell, who is the worst side villain and character in the film, mainly because he is annoying as hell, and I don't think Sam Rockwell was the right choice to play him. That's all I'm going to say on that front. So, the design of the suits still look fantastic, particularly War Machine, his giant machine gun and superior weapons, and his all-round great design look flawless, as do all the other suits in the film. However, the action sequences in the film are a bit hit and miss. Sometimes they'll look spectacular and amazing to look at, while other times they're just silly, especially scenes where Iron Man requires the help of a small little bitty tiny child to defeat a hammer drone. Brilliant! Just brilliant! Just foolproof. That is just foolproof. So, yeah. brilliant writing, just brilliant. However, there are not brilliant, sarcasm. However, there are two story elements that I like. For example, the government for example, wanting to take over the Iron Man suit so they can use it as a weapon. I do like that idea very much. And Tony Stark going a little bit overboard with his popularity, in effect becoming drunk with power, which leads me to the one thing I hate most about the film, which is indeed the scene where Iron Man is literally drunk and shooting watermelons out of the air. Honestly, whose bright idea was this? Come on, Marvel, you can do better than that. I will say that the soundtrack is just as good as it was in the first film, and the sounds that are made from the whips of Whiplash to Iron Man's Unibeam still get me squealing in my seat with excitement. But on the whole, this isn't a good movie in my opinion. Did I say this is a bad movie? No, I didn't. It's not bad either. It's just okay, and with that, I leave this film with an alright 6 out of 10. It's an alright film, but really, this is for the fans only, and anyone who couldn't care less if it's about Iron Man would either go the same way I'm going with this, or they just downright hate it. Not to mention, one last thing, probably one of the best parts of the film is the end credit scene, in which you see Thor's hammer just lying there in the ground, and Coulson drives up to it, like in the crater that it's laid in, and he says, "Sir, we found him." Yeah, like basically teasing the Thor, which in the future would get his own film. So yeah, the next video I'll do will definitely be a review of Thor. Maybe not so definitely, but maybe. So yeah, I'll definitely be reviewing Thor. So thank you for watching this, guys. Do hope you enjoyed it, and I will indeed see you on the next one. Goodbye, guys. Subscribe.